Hello, we are continuing our exploration of innovations that have occurred at the College of Veterinary Medicine. Joining us today is Dr. Ronald Baynes. Hey, Dr. Baynes.
Hi there, Kyle.
Good to see you. Let's start with a little bit about yourself.
Hi, I'm on faculty here as a professor of pharmacology at North Carolina State University, College of Veterinary Medicine in the Department of Population Health and Pathobiology. I've been here in faculty since my PhD, since 1998. And so I've been here doing pharmacology and pharmacology-related research and teaching since then.
Neat. And you're here to talk about FARAD.
Yeah, FARAD, yes. Food Animal Residue Avoidance, which has been here at North Carolina State University since 1982. Founded by Dr. Jim Revere and two other professors from University of Florida and UC Davis. So we've been around for close to going on 38 years with continuous funding from USDA. Ironically, Jim Revere and the two colleagues I mentioned, Steve Sunloff and Dr. Arthur Craigmiller at UC Davis, these three individuals, they sort of knew each other's work, but they decided one day, instead of competing for limited funds from USDA back in the early 80s, that they will team up together and do some residue research, residue extension and teaching.
And so what is FARAD, that collaboration, that network, what does FARAD do?
What do we do? Well, the face of FARAD are the responders, myself, but mostly the team below us who take as many as 12 to 15, sometimes 20 calls a day, with veterinarians calling in from around the country seeking residue information. And this residue information often is if an animal that they treated with a drug in an off-label manner, ex-label manner, and they need to extend the withholding period. Oftentimes the label dose has a label withholding period on the bottle, but oftentimes in a clinical scenario, you will have to go off-label, and if you do, you need to therefore extend the withholding period. So they'll call us and say, hey, I gave this drug at twice the dose. How much do I need to extend the withdrawal time? You just don't double the withdrawal time. There's more to it. There's more science to it. There's more kinetics. There's a little more math. And so that's what we do behind the scenes. We look at the data that's available. We do the calculations, and we have computational models that help us. And we have to develop sometimes these models to help us extend that withdrawal time. So that's basically what we do. So this all started, and I think one of the novelties of the program was not just having a unique program in the United States. That's not, except for Canada, nowhere else in the United States and Canada. Canada has their own program. But we're unique to the United States and unique to the world of having a program available to veterinarians, especially food animal veterinarians, who are going to be using a drug or have used a drug in an ex-label manner. The other unique novelty of our program is we were among the first, if not the first, to develop what we call physiological-based pharmacokinetic modeling, which is basically taking the physiology of various veterinary species, matching that with the kinetics, and do the math, basically, behind the scenes on powerful computers to estimate withholding periods in various scenarios. So we are among the first to develop this mathematical approach and applying it to drug residue estimation. The ultimate aim, of course, is to make sure that when veterinarians go off-label, that they give an extended withholding period so that the milk and the meat from those animals does not have a drug residue in them. And all this, again, goes way back 38 years ago when we saw a need. And one of the glaring needs, too, was you could not go anywhere in the world, even to this day for many countries, but especially the United States, at that time, anywhere other than the FDA's, I'll call it the website or their green book, to get this information on what drugs are available up there. What are the drugs available for food animals? What drugs can we use in our food animals? And that didn't exist prior to 1982. And so we became a one-stop shop for that as well. Now, the second generation led by myself, also part of the program, Dr. Geoff Smith at NC State here. And we also have Derek Foster, who's involved with us as well. And we've got Kristen Messenger helping us with some of the modeling at NC State. And so we are now taking it to the next level. We're trying to, one, provide the additional research and developing novel models to help us answer the questions. ultimately helping the veterinarian out in the field come up with an answer as to what's the withholding period going extra label.
Well, thanks for sharing, Dr. Baynes. That's really interesting work.
Sure. Thank you, Kyle. Thanks for having us on board, and hope everybody gets a bit of idea where this thing all started 38 years ago.
Take care.
Take care. All the best.